we began our third day in the Kerama Islands, where our plan was to go explore another of the islands, in this case Zamami. Wait, if this is the first video that you're watching, this is actually the third video of a series where I'm telling you everything about our second trip to Japan. So if you want to know more about the Kerama Islands or Japan, I would recommend that you go watch the first part of our trip to Kerama, and if you want, the Osaka vlog as well. The island we were gonna visit is called Zamami, and it is the most touristic island in Kerama. It is famous because of the beautiful beaches, the coral reefs, and because you can also see turtles. And in winter, if you're lucky, you can see whales. Unlike Tokashiki, the island where we were staying, in Zamami there's a lot more to do. There are more restaurants and more hotels, even during low season. So if you want to go to Kerama, in Zamami is where you'll find most of the hotels, and also better prices. And if you'd like to plan something where you don't have to stay all the time in the hotel, then Zamami is your island because there are a lot of restaurants, shops, and a lot to do outside of the hotel. And there we went. We took a ferry to Zamami, and in about half an hour we arrived there. We went to the pier office to check the schedule, to make sure that we wouldn't miss the ferry to go back, because there's only a couple in the day, and if we'd miss it, we would have had a big problem. And after that, we went for a coffee. Zamami is a little bit smaller than Tokashiki, the island where we were staying, but nonetheless it has a lot more beaches, and they are all very beautiful. We only had a day, so we had to pick one, and we finally decided that we were going to Ama Beach. There are regular buses that take you from the pier to this beach, and you can also rent bikes. But we decided that we wanted to walk since it was only half an hour and that way we could see more of the island. To be honest, the beach was even more beautiful than I had pictured it, and more beautiful than in the videos. You can rent kayak and there are a lot of activities that you can see, but what we wanted to do was snorkeling, so we rented a snorkeling kit and we went to the water.
Día 2 en Zamami, vamos a ver si encontramos hoy una tortuga.
We spent like 1 hour or 2 in the water trying to find a turtle, but this time we weren't lucky. So after a while we went out and it was already time for lunch. So we went to a little restaurant near the beach. When we went back to the beach, we asked the Coast Guard where it would be more likely to see a turtle, and she told us a couple of places, but she also told us that day nobody had spotted one, so it was very unlikely for us to do it. But anyway, we went to the water again to try to find one. As you can see, we saw a lot of fishes and it was very beautiful, but no sign of the turtles. So we decided to give up and just go back to the beach and enjoy the rest of the day. And when the time to take the ferry was close, we walked back to the pier, and since we had some minutes to spare before the ferry arrived, we went to a very little shop near the pier and bought some blue seal ice creams, which is a brand from Okinawa that we had not tried yet. When we arrived in Tokashiki, the hotel transfer was waiting for us and it drove us back to the hotel. And we arrived in the hotel just on time for sunset, so we went straight to the beach. And just like that, it was our last day in Okinawa. We woke up very early because we wanted to go snorkeling again to try to see another turtle and also do the diving session that we couldn't do the second day. But when we woke up and looked through the window, we realized that Okinawa had other plans. So we went to the hotel's buffet to grab breakfast and pray for better weather.
Tell me you're in Japan without telling me you're in Japan. Rice for breakfast.
We knew coming here in October was risky because it's not summer anymore and it may rain. And yeah, it looks like our last day it's gonna be rainy, but at least it was only the last one. After a while it stopped raining, so even though it was pretty cold, we decided to go to the water.
Bueno, ha parado de llover y vamos a intentar ver otra tortuga. Hace un poquito de frío, así que deseadnos suerte, a ver si por lo menos merece la pena. ¿Listo? ¿Tú qué dices? ¿Encontramos o no?
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cold and the visibility wasn't really good, so we couldn't see much. And after a while it started raining, so we got water into our snorkeling tubes. And just when I was gonna ask Alex to go out, suddenly he made me a signal again that he had spotted another turtle. I really don't know how he did it because I couldn't see anything, but there she was. After a while, the turtle decided to leave, and we decided to count our blessings and call it a day, and we went for an early lunch, because after that we had rescheduled the diving lesson that we couldn't do the second day.
Y para comer yo tengo pollo frito y Alejandro Okinawa noodles. Entonces aquí más
During lunch it started pouring, and in addition to that, our phones started beeping like crazy and we got a disaster notification. It was all a drift because they were testing the systems, but anyway I had a heart attack for a second. But well, I was starting to lose hope and accept that we weren't gonna be able to do the diving session and go to the reefs. But a miracle happened and it stopped raining, and we talked to the staff and they told us that the sea condition wasn't good enough to do the long tour, but we could do a shorter tour and go to the reefs that were closer to the hotel, and that was better than nothing, so we decided to go. We were a little bit sad that we couldn't do the long tour and go to all the reefs, but once we entered the water and saw how beautiful it was, we forgot about it. It is really a shame that the lighting wasn't better because the videos don't capture at all the beauty of the reef. But looking at the bright side, the upside of spending less time in the water was that we still had some time to enjoy at the beach, so that's what we did.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through.
And well, after a couple of hours it was time to leave, so we went back to the room, had a shower, packed everything and checked out. And the transfer took us back to the pier, where we took the ferry back to Naha. This time we didn't take the express ferry, but the normal one, which takes 1 hour and a half. And I was really surprised when I entered the boat, because in the first floor there was a tatami. I had never seen a tatami in a boat, I guess just in Japan. Our flight wasn't until the next day, so when we arrived to Naha, we had a booking at a hotel near the pier. So we walked to our hotel, we checked in, and we were too tired to do anything else, so that day we just stayed at the hotel, chilled, went to the spa, and ordered in some dinner. And the following morning, we woke up very early and very sad because we didn't want to leave. Our only comfort was that we were flying to Tokyo, our favorite city, but I will tell you all about it in the next vlog. I hope you liked this video. If so, please don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog in Tokyo. Bye!